right. So I wanted to talk about this real quick, right? And this is pretty much us talking about. All right, hold on. Let me see. I don't even know if my mic is up right now. Oh, let me reset all this. Let me reset my mic real quick. All right, let me double check. All right, so now I should be connected. But it's crazy because it don't even look like it's the mic is even saying anything, or don't even look like I'm. But I'm gonna keep going, right? So what is community? And how do we help the community? I was in conversation, two of my folks, and one of my folks really then had one of the folks jump online with us, and we chopping it up, and we came across a certain conversation. You know what I mean, about community and who's doing what for the community, who's not doing anything for the community, and what's doing something for the community, what's not doing anything for the community, right? So I'm gonna speak of some hypotheticals because I would like that person online to say what they said. So I'm gonna speak of hypotheticals, just try to go up the middle, and I'm speaking from memory. All right, so um, one of let's just say somebody got a business and he hired those people. The business is doing great, and those people get $15 an hour. Now we the state is California. The choose California. We know it's a high cost of living, and because it's a high cost of living, it was said 15 not enough. You ain't doing nothing for the community, even though you hiring the people you grew up around, and the people that know you, people from neighborhood. You hiring them, right? They from your neighborhood. You hiring them, but where the place that they work at is not in the neighborhood, right? So it's not in y'all hood, but they still got a job. So that's not doing nothing for the community because they only getting so much a month amount. So I'm asking, well, what is doing something for the community? And he said doing something for the community is basically giving them a job to where they can pay their bills and put them in a position where their children can have dental and medical, things of that nature, right? So when we sit back and think about this, that means none of us is doing it. But it actually all started saying that the Pan Africans aren't doing anything for the community. And what is the Africans doing for the community? You know what I mean? Because I'll be banging on Crips and Bloods like they not doing nothing for the community. They basically a cancer to the community. All right, so now I'm just gonna say, go from my perspective. If I paint my house, nobody else is in my community, only my house, I just did something for the community. If I cut my grass, nobody else's grass, only mine, I just did something for the community. If I take care of my children, I just did something for the community. If I make sure that my children eat, I just did something for the community. If I make sure that my neighbor's children eat, I did something extra for the community. If I go out, if I pick up the trash in my yard, I done something for the community. If I pick up trash um, down the street or on a busy street, I'm doing something extra for the community. See, when we lose a sense of what community is, what is doing something for the community, how you help the community, I think that's part of the reason why we can't get anywhere. Because and we got into this point to where it was fine for us to fight me because I'm trying to start something in your neighborhood, but you ain't gonna fight everybody else who's trying to start something in your neighborhood, right? Just thinking about this thing and where we are as a people, homie, our minds are warped. It's warped. You know what I mean? And then when a homie got on the line, he was like, "Man, he was going at what I was saying." He thought he was going at what I was saying. I'm like, you basically arguing the same point. You just said a man making $15 an hour ain't a man. No, that's not what I said. That's what you did. That's not what I said. I'm saying that if a motherfucker you can't expect a man to make you rich except your $15 an hour. If you feel like that ain't enough, why are you there? Right? And that's one of the things. Just if somebody making 30,000, he paying you 15, 50. He kept saying 30,000. Was it a day? I think he said a day, 30,000 a day or a week. I don't know. I'm gonna say 30,000 a week. If he clearing 30,000 a week and you getting $100 a day, you work 5 days, you got a $500 paycheck. You know what I mean, bro? It, I mean, what are you talking about? He make 30,000. Well, one, if you start adding up all the employees on whatever business it is, you start adding up all the employees, that's gonna come out of that 30,000. If you start looking at maintenance costs, that's gonna come out at 30,000 for those anything that that takes for you to maintenance and maintain the building, because the employees is not going to spend any money on an air condition when it break. None. They go put it on the owner. The owner got to do it. You feel me? And that's just what it is. So we got to really like look at this thing for what it is. But other than that, nah. Cats was upset like, nah, that's not doing nothing for the community. I personally don't get it. You know what I mean? Let me look at this. All right. Man, and I don't even think it's crazy how I don't see I don't see my actual voice thing showing that I'm talking. Uh see? I thought I was talking in my headphones and it wasn't even talking in my headphones. That's some bullshit. But anyway, so what is doing something for the community? You know, I don't know why people think you got to go in the community and and give all your money and your time. Then when you start asking people, do things in the community. Oh, that's what it is, Brody. Hey, let me ask you, money. What is doing something for the community? Matter of fact, look, hold on. Let's do this. Let's do this. Cause I would like to. Maybe I do got it wrong. Here, let me put that in the chat. Maybe I do got it wrong. And doing something for the community, you pretty much, if you make it 30,000, they shouldn't be getting 700 a week. They should be getting most of what you getting, or some of what you getting, or you should be splitting it down the middle. But that don't make sense to me. This, if I open up a business, why should I be trying to split the lion's share? The business got to have money as well. Yeah, I'm gonna get a check from the business, but everything the business make isn't mine. You know what I mean? And that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. I don't, and the reason why, and it's crazy that we think like that when it comes to us and our businesses, when it's black-owned businesses, we got to get hooked up. You got to give us the homie discount, and you should be. We need to know how much you make, so it'll be splitting the profits. And the fact that out of his mind said, if keep being hungry, then you ain't gonna go home with that one day. Damn, already you talking about, you know what I mean, robbing this cat. That's crazy. That is crazy work. But look, I'm gonna go ahead and end this there, and we'll go from there. But homie, I don't know what y'all think. Is doing something for the community, got to split and give half of what you make, or is giving them an opportunity to even have a job? Is that doing something for the community? You know what I mean? Personally, I think you doing something for your house and your household and making sure they maintain themselves is doing something for the community. You feel me? But y'all stay safe and double back. All right.